This is the inside information on how to set business goals and actually achieve them this year. This is goal setting for entrepreneurs that rarely anybody talks about, which is the reason you've struggled in the past with how to set business goals and achieve them. But listen, it's not your fault. Contrary to popular belief, SMART goals are not the answer. In fact, you can have SMART goals and still struggle with how to achieve your goals. In this video, I'm sharing the 6 secret strategies that must be in place on how to set goals and achieve them. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want more small business tips and goal setting advice. Now, when I'm speaking at an event on how to set business goals, the first secret I share on goal setting is that your small business goals must be in alignment with your values. This is what I mean. There are actually 2 things that can come into play that will make your SMART goals completely ineffective if they are not in alignment with your values. So number 1, you need to look at the goals you currently have, and you need to determine, when you think about achieving those goals, is it hurting another area in your life that is more important to you? Is this in some way going to negatively impact something in my life that I value more? If you're finding that it's infringing on one of your values, you need to determine, do I really actually want this goal, or do I think that I'm supposed to want it? And that's really important to understand, because we hear in the business world all different strategies. Oh, you should be writing a book. You should be public speaking. You should be coaching clients. You should have a course. You should be on all social media platforms. You should be doing live videos regularly. There's so much out there that you are supposed to be doing, but maybe it's not something that's actually important to you. And what you need to understand is that the most important thing with your business and your goals is you need to keep them into alignment with your values. The reason is because if you start setting goals and pursuing your business in a way that is not in alignment with your values, then you are going to find that you begin to dread your business, or you begin to really struggle in your life because you're not finding the happiness and the joy that you're looking to receive through growing a business. And so if you rework your business strategy and your business goals so that you're making sure that it's always in alignment with your values, then you're able to grow your business and still flourish in all the other areas of your lives. You should be able to be a successful businesswoman, a successful businessman, along with having a great family connection, along with having a clean home, along with being fit and healthy. All of these different areas of your life should be thriving and flourishing. And if they're not, then that tells you that your goals are missing that alignment. Go back and recheck it. Now, I would encourage you to subscribe to this channel, because I do have an upcoming video that will actually help you go through the process of how to set your goals step by step to make sure you are aligning them with your values. Secret number 2 is to transform your identity. What I mean here is that if you want to have a successful business, that starts with having a successful business mindset. If, for example, you say you want to have a 6-figure business or earn $100,000 in profits this year, start listening to, does your brain suddenly start saying, now wait a second, if I want to have that type of successful business, then that means I'm going to have to spend more time working on my business. And if that gives you a negative feeling, all of a sudden you know there's something going on with this goal that is negatively impacting your identity. You think that you're going to have to do something that you don't want to do in order to achieve this goal. And guess what? If you think you're going to have to do something you don't want to do, you're not going to do it, which means you're not going to achieve that goal. All right. So this is really important. You need to really pay attention to what negative thoughts, what negative feelings are coming into your body so you can uncover the limiting belief you have surrounding that goal. Because what we want to do is we want to take that limiting belief and we want to transform it into a new belief, a new identity that you have for yourself. So if you're thinking, oh my gosh, in order to grow my business and achieve this goal, I'm going to have to work so much harder. I just don't want to do that. Okay, that's our negative thought, our negative feeling that we're feeling inside. Now we're going to unravel it and repackage it up. So, what if instead, as you looked at that goal, you started thinking, okay, if I just am consistent, if I do the same things I've been doing, but I do it on a more consistent basis, I'm going to grow my business. I can do that. I can do that. So understand that this is not all on you, okay? We are made new creatures in Christ. And this is supposed to be a joint effort between you doing work and God bringing in results. This is really important to understand because as you transform your identity into believing that you can achieve this, you can do this, and it can be easy and it can be fun, then all of a sudden your energy and your motivation just explodes. And so that is why we want to make sure that as you are walking through and talking through these different goals, you're really paying attention to how your body is physically reacting. When it gets that negative, yucky feeling, that's telling you you have a negative belief. Make sure to leave a comment below and let me know what is one of your goals that's giving you this negative feeling. And how are you going to turn that around into something that is positive and it feels doable to you? Secret number 3 with how to set goals is that you must be decisive about it. And I know everybody thinks that they're being decisive as they write their goals down, but understand most people are doing it in a way that's wishful thinking. These are the things that I want to have. These are the things that I hope will happen this year. And I'm just going to kind of watch and see if they do. But you need to be decisive about it. If you're not decisive, if you're not saying, I am doing this, no matter what, I'm doing this, then there's a good chance it's not going to happen. Think about it in this way. If you say, oh, I hope that we can go on a family vacation this year. We're going to set a goal to go on vacation and we'll just wait and we'll see if we get the funds together so that we can go. Versus if you say, nope, you know what? We are going on this family vacation. We're going this date. This is how much money it's going to cost. We're booking the hotel right now. It is happening. That's the same type of decisiveness that you need to have with your entrepreneur goals. You need to say, okay, I am going to go live once a week, every single week. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I am doing this. If you have a goal for, I want this many followers, I want this much profit, it becomes a do or die. I am doing this, period. You don't have to know exactly how it's going to happen. This is what's really neat is because through this partnership with God, He is the great I am. And we are made in His image, which means all of our goals should be I am. I am making this amount of money. I am gaining this many followers. I am. Remember, I am doing it. I'm doing it no matter what. And so when you take on that persona of the great I am, then God can come in and He can make the impossible possible. You just worry about your work. Let Him worry about the results. And that brings us to secret number 4 in how to set business goals. All right, guys, this is where we get your roadmap, your checklist, your to-do list of how you plan to make progress towards your goal. Because remember, your job is to take steps forward. God's job is to come in and make the possible possible. All right? So you need to do what's called reverse engineering your goals. You're going to look at where you want to go and where you are now, and you are going to determine the key steps that it's going to take to get there. This is a step that so many entrepreneurs miss out on. They set the goal and then it's just wishful thinking that they're going to make it. But guys, faith without works is dead. You must come in and you must start taking action to it. And what's really interesting is that if you don't have an exact plan of attack on how you're going to move forward to move the needle to achieving these goals, then what's going to happen is your brain is going to come in and feel confusion. And it's going to be like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing next. Oh, there's so much to do. I don't know how to do this. When there is confusion, when there's a lack of clarity, it's overwhelming to your brain. Your brain does not know where to focus. And so that's why we get this simple plan of attack. This is the simple plan of how you are going to achieve your goals. And all it is, don't make it harder than it needs to be. Remember, I've got an upcoming video that's going to walk you through this, but don't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get down at least 5 steps right now that you could take this month that's going to bring you closer to achieving that goal. And then at the end of the month, get another 5 things that you can do to make progress towards your goal. It's just this continual journey. If you can't get from point A to point B, all the steps that you can think of right now, then just do little steps at a time. But always make sure you know the next step that you're taking. Because remember, we don't want confusion to come into your brain, because all of a sudden that's going to put on the brakes to achieving your goals. And what do we want this year? We want you to achieve them, right? Leave me a comment below and let me know, is this giving you the goal setting motivation that you need to crush your goals this year? I hope it is. Secret number 5 in achieving your entrepreneur goals is to get your words into alignment with success. The reason this is so incredibly important is because the things that are coming out of your mouth are telling your brain what to focus on. I'm sure you've heard that whatever you say, whatever you think about, you attract more of it. So if you are saying things like, oh, this is never going to happen. Oh, this is so hard. Oh, I don't see how I'm ever going to make progress on this. You are telling your brain what you want it to prove as true, all right? Because we have in our brain this thing called a reticular activating system. And this reticular activating system its job is to filter through all the things going on in your world around you and to identify the things that are important to you. Identify the things that prove that what you're thinking is accurate. And so if you're sitting there and you're saying negative things about your goals, this is never going to happen. Oh, I've had such a big setback. That reticular activating system is going to start going to work, finding ways to prove that yes, in fact, things are going wrong. Things are really hard. We're never going to achieve this. Remember, as a man saith, so is he. So it's really important that no matter what you see going on around you, you are saying things in the positive, because you are training your brain to look for the positive things, to prove that you can do this, to prove that you are making progress. So if you're seeing that you've had a setback in business, don't say it. Don't mention those words. You can say, hey, you know what? I've learned something new here. I've learned a way to make more progress, because you learned something not to do, right? So whatever it is, you need to change those words. Change them to be speaking the things that you want to see, the things that you want to be your reality. So if you're sitting there and you're saying, oh my gosh, I'm not making any money, that's what you're going to see more of. But if you start rewording it as, you know what? I'm making more and more money. I'm finding more ways to make money. Money's just being attracted to me. Sales are happening. I know it sounds crazy, right? It sounds like, oh, I'm just saying these things and it's magically going to happen. But the thing is, when you say it, your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imaginary. Think about when you watch a movie. And you are watching a movie and maybe something really sad happens, and all of a sudden you feel that in your heart. You feel that sadness. You feel what they're going through. It's like this empathy. Well, your brain doesn't know that you are not actually going through that in reality. It's imaginary, but your brain thinks that it's real. And so if you start saying the words that you want to see as your reality, then you're telling your brain, okay, this is the world that we're going to live in. This is the world that I want to start seeing. And you will see over time, the results of your words will come to fruition. It's really important. If you don't believe me on it, I just encourage you, try it. Just try it for 30 days and see what a change it makes. And finally, the 6th secret in how to set goals and actually achieve them this year is that you want to monitor your goals. This is very important. So few people are doing this. So few people are monitoring their goals. and tracking their progress that they're making on it. So you can do this in a couple different ways. Way number one is that you take that roadmap, that reverse engineering that you did of your list of tasks that you're going to do to get closer to your goals, and you actually check those off. You're looking at them, you're monitoring them. How are you making progress on that list? That's going to help you. If you have, however, a monetary goal, then what I encourage my coaching clients is that they use their bookkeeping records as basically their vision board for success. They use that to constantly keep their eyes focused on the profits that they are currently making and getting motivation if they need to increase their profits. If they are not getting as close to their goal as they want, they're able to see that in their bookkeeping records. Now, if you're somebody who's saying, oh my gosh, I hate bookkeeping, it's so hard, it's so time consuming, I don't want to mess with it, then I encourage you to check out my free 5-minute bookkeeping method webinar, because with this 5-minute bookkeeping method, it teaches you, it gives you the tools to be able to knock out your bookkeeping in just 5 minutes. I have for my students inside that course tools that will do the work for them. It puts their bookkeeping on autopilot so that it's automatically tracking your profits, your losses, and your tax deductions, so that as a bonus, when tax season comes, your prep work is already done for you. But this is really important because every day they can open up their bookkeeping records and they can see right there, how profitable are they? Are they getting closer to their goal, or are they getting further away? And you want this process to be something that is very easy to do. Or if you have that task hired out, if somebody else is doing it for you, then ask them for a daily report on where you stand in your business with your profits. Because remember, we are tracking, we're monitoring it. And what this is doing is this is telling your subconscious that the profit of your business is important to you. And it's going to start finding more ways to make your business more profitable. Just your subconscious on its own, without you having to do any extra effort, it's going to start working out those problems and determining how to make you more profitable, because you are continuously, day in and day out, putting the profit statement in front of you saying, yes, I'm getting closer. Shoot, I need to get some more sales because I'm falling behind a little bit. So use it as motivation. Your bookkeeping records should be something that excites you, to be something that gives you motivation to go for your goals, to see how you're doing, to really fine tune your spending to get you more profitable. Because it's not just about making money, guys. It's not. It's about making money and keeping money. So utilize your bookkeeping records to give you motivation to make more money, as in make more sales, and how to keep more money, as in reduce your spending, cut the fat of the things that you don't see results on with your spending, and increase your tax deductions. Those are all ways that you can keep more of your money. And those two things together, more sales and less spending, will increase your profits and get you closer to that financial goal. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like it, subscribe, and share it with a fellow entrepreneur. And if you're looking for more entrepreneur advice or goal setting tips, watch these videos or check out my Bookkeeping 101 playlist.